Hi there, it's Sarah Jane from Cards and a Cuppa, and I'm here to share a little video with a few tips showing the card that was shown at the very beginning of this video. I haven't actually got one of those cards here because I gifted them away already to a couple of customers, so I'm going to make a fresh one and share a few tips to go with it. So you're going to need the layering circles framelits and the stitched shapes framelits, and you're going to need the third smallest stitched frame, and then just a bigger, the next size up circles framelit, so that you can still see a bit of the paper underneath. And to go with that, you're going to need some regular Whisper White card, which will be 10.5 by 14.8 centimeters, which is 4.25 by 5.5 inches, and then a paper layer which is 10.2 by 14.5 centimeters, or 4 1/8 of an inch by 5 3/8 of an inch. That just gives you a very narrow 3mm or 1/4 of an inch border, but you need just the strength that goes with the Whisper White card, rather than just the paper on its own to tie the ribbon. Otherwise the paper's just not strong enough to hold the ribbon and the weight of everything on it. So that I've just stuck that to the Whisper White card already, because I had a little glitch with my video, so that's already done to share with you. I've also cut already the stitch circle out of thick white card. Thick is a little bit better for this. And then you're going to need a thick white card base. Now all we're going to do is die cut the circle now from the paper layer. So grab the big shot, and then a regular sandwich, so just the bottom platform, thin die adapter, plate, card, die. Now just line up your white circles so that you know that you're happy with where that's going. Top plate, okay, so there we have the cut circles. So I'm just going to use Thankful Thoughts to stamp thanks on this card, and I'm going to use some Calypso Coral. No, I'm going to use Basic Grey to stamp that, and I want to try and get the T as close to the edge as I can. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that onto the circle now. I'm going to make sure that this edge is lined up with a line on my grid paper, so that I can make sure that my sentiment is straight when I add it on to here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll just leave that to dry, and I'm going to tie the ribbon around this paper. Now I love this navy gingham. I feel like I want to use it on every card I make at the moment, so again, don't be surprised if you see a lot of it. So I'm going to start, so I leave the ribbon on the roll and leave the roll of ribbon to the right of me. So I'm just going to talk you through the bow as I do it. So pull out plenty of ribbon, because you can always roll it back up, makes it a lot easier. And then you wrap left over right and under, and then as you come under, you're going to twist what is the right hand ribbon, which is now the left, up to make a nice tight knot. And then with the bottom loose end, loop up, swap your this middle finger onto the knot to hold it tight, and then instead of going like you normally do, which is round your loop like that, you come over and down and then push up where that middle finger is on the knot and pull it tight. Now you can leave your tails down. What you're aiming for is a really flat bow, which is what we've got here. So if you want a traditional style bow, you can leave the tails down. It's a bit loose, that is, so let's do that again. Loop up, round, and then back up where your finger is. So if you want a traditional style bow, leave the ends down. If you want a sort of a more modern bow, twist your ends around. If you want a bow that is going up and down with a ribbon, but you want your bow to sit across as you're doing it, then that's easy too. All you do is tie your ribbon and then tie a knot, a double knot, and then you swap your ribbon over and you can tie a bow just like I showed you. So loop up with the right hand piece, come down and up, and then your bow will sit straight up on a piece of downward ribbon. I'll leave it like that now, so I've done it. So that's how you get your ribbon to sit how you want it to. And then that's all the waste you've got, because the rest of that rolls up. So I always say tie your ribbon while it's still on the roll, because then you don't have any waste, and you're not working with tiny little pieces of ribbon that way either, that you would be if you cut it and then have trouble holding it. So I'm just going to add some foam tape. That's a bit of glue there. I'll just tidy that up. I'm just going to add some foam tape to the back of this because it's covering such a large area. And add that. Now remember, this piece of card is the same size as your card front. Just check that you've got the card the right way up. So it should fit exactly over the front of the card base. And there's that. And then I'm just going to trim this from the back, because then you can just follow the line of the edge. And I'm just going to stick that flat in to the gap that we created. Line it up to make sure that these edges match, and then I'm just going to add a little enamel shape to this. So I find the easiest way to get these enamel shapes off is to bend the backing so that you're not stabbing into the shape, so you don't, that way you don't leave the adhesive on the sheet. I also write on the back which colour it is, because sometimes like the pinks all look the same when they're together in a box of a lot, so you need to know which colour is which. Like Pool Party and Soft Sky, that's Soft Sky, see, look the same or very similar when they're all together. So that's just a little something for you. And then add the heart to the sentiment. And so that's it. That's how you make this die cut circle card and make a feature out of the paper, rather than using a stamped image. So this is really why I designed this card, was because I just love this paper so much that I wanted to make it the star of the show. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope you'll come back again soon for more. Thanks for watching.